Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack, and today we are reviewing the LEGO Minecraft set, the Crafting Box 2.0. And by the way, LEGO, thank you so much for sending the set over to us for doing the review. This is set number 21135. It has 717 pieces and is rated for ages 8 and up. This set is highly modular and very easy to put together. We did live stream this on our channel. If you want to learn more about the live streaming schedule, you can check out the description below the video. And for the part count, this was a pretty quick build. Okay, so here is the crafting box set, or at least one of the many different versions that you can make. The set consists of 5 different modular chunks, and each one comes in a different bag and has a different manual assigned to it, and the manual can build 3 different things out of each bag. So essentially that's about 15 different types of medium-sized modular builds that you can create, and they can be attached at multiple different angles. And I don't know what the possible combinations are, but as you can see, you can take all 5 apart and put them all back together in a completely different order. And this is not even with any rebuilding. This is just a rearrangement of 5 random builds that I made. As you can see, there's a variety of different landscapes that you can sort of marry together. They don't always have to touch properly. I mean, the grass and the sand and stuff like that. But there's enough variation to the landscapes where you can really start to play around with things. And well, now here is the third combination of just an arrangement of these modular chunks. This is just kind of an example of how easy it is to put together. I'm just sitting here in the light box rearranging stuff. Not too much thought is going in. There's kind of a standardized size and placement of the different pieces. They're all kind of connected together with 2x4 dark tan bricks, and this makes the changing of the environment a lot more accessible. And because it's so easy, I think this is one of the modular sets that people are more likely to actually play around with the modular mode. I know there's a lot of 3-in-1 sets from Creator and even other LEGO Minecraft modular sets that perhaps some people find one arrangement that they prefer to use and then just sort of stick with that. Where the Minecraft crafting box differs from that is each modular chunk has different builds, and they have their own individual manuals sort of designated to that group of parts. And because you're dealing with such a small amount of pieces, you don't have to dedicate a huge amount of time to doing a really big rebuild like you did with the first crafting box that we got from Minecraft. This is Crafting Box 2.0. So let me take the whole thing apart once again one more time, and let's go through each of the 5 different chunks. I'll show you the ones that I chose and the certain builds that I passed up, at least this time around. So right now we're looking at the first thing I decided to put together. This is a turret, some sort of tower turret. I kind of do like that light blue sort of accent built into this, and the plaque with the golden pickaxe definitely looks pretty good. Here is what I could have built. There are 2 other alternate pieces that could easily be taken apart. There's only maybe a couple hundred parts per little chunk here, and if you're running low on creative fuel, the back of all these manuals does have inspirational modular pieces kind of put together if you want to see what the designers thought was fun. Now let's switch up the landscape one time out, and here is some area where you can put together some crops. I see some carrots growing, another vegetable with some pumpkins, a scarecrow, a slimer head is included, as well as this little treasure chest with some gold studs used for gold. Now here is the manual for this build. I built the one on the bottom left, but there are 2 alternate ones. I kind of like the staircase leading up to the chest. That's a pretty cool build. And if I wanted to change it up, it would probably be only like 10 or 15 minutes worth of taking apart and putting back together. So anyways, let's move on to the next modular chunk. And this is sort of the corral, or sort of an entrance into what is probably a much larger pen for animals. If you haven't noticed this already, every single modular chunk has at least 2 different types of environments. This makes it a lot easier to mix and match your pieces. You don't have something that's entirely made of grass or just has all sand. There is a combination either with that or water or rock or something. And now we're looking looking at the manual, I built the one in the center, but there are some smaller pens that I had a choice of building. And then this chunk is actually kind of one of my favorites. It's sort of an open field. It comes with the horse, as you can see, and I decided to go along with 2 smaller trees. I like these smaller tree builds more than some of the more standard ones that have a much more narrow trunk and a larger bit of leafy green at the top. Those ones always break off a little bit too easily, but these are a pretty nice size. The alternate manual is pretty basic. There's one large tree that you can create or have sort of a desert scape with just cactuses and maybe some rougher terrain. Now the last chunk is a bit unique compared to the other ones. This is a rocky scape, and on the inside we have a built-in TNT function. It comes with a creeper, and it also kind of has the sort of highest upward landscape building that you can do, I guess not including the turret. The TNT function on this one works pretty basically. There is that tiny little black Technic piece that functions as the trigger, and it works pretty well, assuming of course you press the bricks down hard enough. Then it has a much better snap. Yeah, there you go. The second time it definitely looks a little bit better. These are the alternate builds as well. I think all of them do have a built-in TNT function, but there you go. Those are the 5 modular chunks. Let's check out the other things that came in here. This is Steve. He's got nougaty pant legs, which is different usually. Right now he's holding the gold sword, but you did see a gold pickaxe earlier in one of the other builds that you can switch out. Everything else is pretty standard. This is our creeper. It's the exact same build for a creeper that we've always gotten in Lego Minecraft sets. I do like the mold that makes up the bottom of the body, and this is a cow. Also, not an exclusive sort of build. We've gotten a cow before, we've gotten a baby cow before, and of course this comes with the manual that would have an animal pen. This is a less common animal that we get from Lego Minecraft sets, the horse. Decent enough build, and there's actually a lot of posable parts to him. Now we're looking at the set all together, and I gotta say that Lego Minecraft sets have always been a champion of fun sort of multiple modular builds, but I feel like this is one that's slightly more accessible in terms of just being easier to kind of tackle different builds. You don't have to dedicate yourself to a large amount of time if you want to change up your environment, but you also have the option of completely changing everything if you really do feel like sort of starting from scratch. So that in and of itself really makes the crafting box what it is, a crafting box. I feel like the set maybe could have come with a few extra accessories. I think people might have been looking forward to that within the crafting box. There's nothing really exclusive, and the variety of elemental accessories are relatively common, but ultimately the modular nature of the set I would consider highly successful. All right, that is it for this episode, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember, if you enjoy our content, you can always like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.